Welcome back to Her Wealthy Mindset. It's Cindy here, and today we're diving into a topic that's going to change the way you think about money. We're talking about making grown women money decisions. Now, this is about stepping into your power, making bold moves, and leaving behind the teenage girl mindset that has been holding you back when it comes to spending, investing, and showing up as the confident woman you're meant to be. So I'm going to be real with you. A lot of us carry fear and embarrassment when it comes to money, and most of it comes from how we grew up. But if you want to build the life and business of your dreams, you have to learn how to trust yourself with money and make big, confident decisions. So grab your coffee or a tea, or maybe even a glass of wine, and let's get into it. So let's start with why so many women are afraid to spend money, let alone invest it. So a lot of this fear comes from how we grew up. Maybe you watched your parents struggle with money, or you were told to save every penny because what if something happens? You were told that you need to work hard in order to be successful. Those experiences shape the way we think about money and success as adults. They make us afraid of letting go of it and just feeling like money is hard to have and that we shouldn't be mindlessly spending it on things. Even if it means spending money on something that could help us grow or show up better in the world. That fear is keeping you small and it's keeping you stuck in a cycle of scarcity and hesitation. So I like to call this fear the teenage girl mindset. You know what I mean? Spending impulsively on little things that don't matter and then feeling guilty about it later. Or maybe you're hoarding all your money, you're trying to save up for a prom dress instead of thinking about like the big picture of having your dream house, going on that Europe trip without even worrying about how much you're spending. Now, when you're stuck in this mindset, you're afraid to make the big, bold decisions that grown women make. Decisions like investing in your business, hiring a mentor, or buying tools that will help you actually grow and scale. Instead, you're clinging to what feels safe, even if it's not serving you. So, what does it look like to make grown women money decisions? It's all about trusting yourself and just trusting the process. It's about knowing that you're capable of making money, managing it wisely, you can make good decisions, and you can create the life that you want. So here are some examples of grown women money moves. So investing in yourself, whether it's a course, a mastermind, a coach, a high ticket program, even there's so many like retreats and things you can fly out to. These are the decisions that pay off in the long run. You're betting on your ability to just grow and thrive and show up as a better business owner and a better person. Think about the big picture. Instead of stressing about spending $500 on a course, think about how that course could help you make $5,000 or $50,000 down the line once you implement what you've learned. Now, stop thinking, what if I can't make this money back? And start thinking, how can I make this investment work for me? This means skipping out on the unnecessary little spurges that don't align with your goals, but being okay with spending things on things that you do. So let me share a little story with you. So growing up, my dad was the sole provider for our family. He was an entrepreneur in the real estate space. So you can imagine money would come in all at once, and then there would be months where nothing would come in for a while. Now, that unpredictable flow shaped how I viewed money. Over the years, I spent a lot of time journaling to understand my mindset around money, where this thoughts of there's never enough money, I need to spend everything I have, where does that actually come from? So those journaling sessions always brought me back to my childhood and helped me see how those early experiences were influencing the way I handled money as an adult. Now, when I started working my 9 to 5, I fell into what I call the teenage girl mindset. I spent everything I earned, clothes, food, going out every weekend, and I had no thought of saving or even planning for the future. And when I started my business, I started it with the same mindset. I had no money saved up. I was just spending everything that I had, but I knew I had to invest in building my business if I wanted to really succeed and really make something that was going to make an impact. So I got a line of credit. I used my credit cards. I started investing into the things I really needed, like software, systems, working with different coaches, and it honestly felt so uncomfortable to invest such a large amount with not having money coming in or a steady client base, just putting myself out there. And it wasn't easy, but I kept telling myself, these investments are going to help me get further in my business and actually help me make money. And you know what? Over time, it did pay off. It took about 2 years, but now things are moving smooth because I made those decisions. I felt uncomfortable, but I knew it was something I needed to do. So I was terrified of making big investments. I'd overthink every dollar spent, worrying about what would happen if it didn't work out. But here's what changed. I realized that if I wanted to grow, I had to think and act like the woman I wanted to become. So, in order to be the woman that hits the 6 to 7 figures consistently, I need to show up as her right now. And one of the boldest decisions I made was booking a call for Alex Hormozzi's workshop in Vegas last summer. It was a big investment, and I'll admit I was scared, but I did it anyway. 3 months later, after I got on the call and got approved, I was sitting in a room with business owners doing $1 million plus and learning strategies that completely changed the way I think about money, growth, and how I show up. And that's what happens when you make grown women money decisions. So, how do you start making these kind of decisions? Here's a few tips. So, you need to shift your mindset. Stop seeing money as something to hoard or fear and see it as a tool instead that'll help you get further in your personal development and in your business. Get clear on your goals. When you know what you're working towards, it's easier to spend and invest in a way that aligns with your vision and just being intentional. Also, take small steps. If making a big investment feels overwhelming, start with smaller ones to build your confidence. Start with like a one on one with a coach or even a group program. Just get your feet in there. Also, find people who inspire you, who are making bold moves, and who remind you of what's possible. Now, here's your challenge. What is one grown women money move you can make today? Maybe it's investing in that course you've been eyeing. Maybe it's raising your prices or finally hiring help that you know you need. Whatever it is, trust yourself enough to take the step. The woman you're becoming is counting on you to show up for her regardless of how you feel. All right, ladies, that's it for today's episode. Making grown women money decisions is about trusting yourself, thinking big, and letting go of the fear that's really holding you back. If this episode resonated with you at all, share it with a friend who also needs to hear it. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And remember, you've got this and you're worthy of building the life that you want. And I'll see you next time.